And we are live from the Alexandria Palace in our nation's capital, and N.E.W. Mayhem is about one match tonight. I'm Max Radix, alongside my broadcast partner, the illustrious World Heavyweight Champion, Erwin. But Erwin, I mean, we're going to have a great card. I've no doubt Mayhem will deliver as always, but you have certain nights, historical nights, in this business where it really is all down to one match, and I believe tonight is one of those nights between the gangster and the cowboy.
Yeah, I mean you're certainly right. All in last week, and we're going all out this week in our lead up to Riot 10 this Sunday. All the number one contenders are getting together to fight for their title shots, and it starts tonight, as you say, in what will be an absolutely incredible match of Cowboy Roy taking on the challenger Gangster. And of course, if Gangster wins, he finds himself at Riot facing Cowboy Roy one more time to try and recapture that Intercontinental gold.
The Intercontinental Championship off the Icon himself. It would be quite the scalp for the Gangster, but it all depends on tonight, one of many matches we're going to see here, where as we're leading up to the historic Riot 10. So you can imagine all the guys on the card who want to be part of that history. They all want a title shot, and what a perfect place to get it at Riot 10.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we're kicking off again in the TV rankings, not in the championship tournament that is going on. Of course, we find out the fourth member of that fatal four-way elimination match tomorrow in the final match to find the final contender for the new UK champion, which has now been vacated when the Reaper stepped up to claim the US gold.
Yeah, of course, I think that was a wise decision by Adrian Goldman, in my opinion, making sure that the Reaper could not control more than one championship at a time, considering his dominance so far, both in the EFW and the N.E.W. This fatal four-way matchup,
possibly the best of the rest, as you would say.
Absolutely, all these men would make a fine UK champion, and I'm sure would treat the title with the respect it deserves, which is more than you can say about the Reaper, Erwin, who treated that title with nothing but disrespect his entire reign.
Well, he's said time and time again, the only one that means anything to him is the one I currently hold. And well, if he rips through his opponents as he has been doing, it shouldn't be too long before he finds himself with an opportunity to get it.
Well, hasn't it been a busy couple of weeks for this man, William Zander, 6'5" and 350 pounds from Bismarck, North Dakota.
And you know
Zander Enterprises.
I think I may have figured out. I think I may have figured out Zander Enterprises. I think it's a little like Fight Club. You just don't talk about it. Whether that works or not, it depends on the night, it seems.
Well, the former hardcore champion has some success in the past, and there's no doubt his talent or his size. That 350, Zander, you can bet, knows how to use it. A raucous reception from this sold-out arena, this classic arena.
Of course, tonight we also get to find the women's tag #1 contenders.
Oh yeah, the hottest female division anywhere in wrestling today. It should be a hell of a tag match, Erwin.
Of course.
Good to be back.
Yeah, and an incredible way to greet you back. A fatal four-way Extreme Rules match.
One of the smoothest transactions in talent relations I've ever had, Erwin. I'm telling you that our latest acquisition was a joy to sign in every way. It was a pleasure doing business with that young man. I can't wait to throw him out there for EFW to see. Very excited about that young prospect. Thunder,
we'll see that.
We bring it once again. Excuse me as I'm ranting on there. And prospect is a good word to describe this young man as well. 6 foot and 220 pounds from Phoenix, Arizona. Will he rise from the ashes tonight? A former hardcore champion in his own right and two-time cruiserweight champion. He's had success in the past, but the student of Sabu needs a legitimate title to
cement himself as one of that top tier performers here in N.E.W, the UK Championship.
Yeah,
a long way to achieve that goal.
Arguably his closest chance recently was a match against Simon Youngblood for the championship, which was thrown out due to interference, sadly. Never got a rematch or anything due to the calamity that does become and does befall around championships like that.
Well, the Prodigy is finally starting to live up to his name. Arguably one of the hottest runs of his well, stop-start career so far here in the N.E.W, I think it would be fair to say. 5'11", 149 pounds from Bangor, Maine.
And of course, I've said it before, didn't take his job here too seriously to begin with when he saw Kobayashi get booted out to EFW, if you will. Well, completely turned him around. Yeah, I mean, didn't do too well in the UK tournament again, but well, still a great matchup nonetheless.
Well, yeah, it was a great match, I'll give you that, Erwin, but I think that's pretty much a summary of this guy's career so far. You know, he's got the ability to produce a fantastic match, but when it comes to winning the big one, he just doesn't quite make the cut. I mean, he's been here a while and he's yet to hold the title here in the N.E.W, and you have to ask yourself why that is.
Well, yeah, the question is if Adrian Goldman ever looks at thinning the herd.
Well, speaking of other... Oh, wait, what the hell? The hell is that?
Well, it seems Quinn is fighting back against your comments against him.
Well, it's still better than his last shirt, and I still got a name on a shirt before you did. It's Quinn, it's 6 foot tall, it's 243 pounds from Melbourne, Australia. Main Events Max is back, baby. There's no such thing as bad publicity, Erwin.
It seems as a result of your mockery, he has changed up his attire once again.
Well, it's about goddamn time. I like it.
I quite like the shirt.
I do have no taste. I might get one myself.
With the Australia flag on the back and everything.
Well, no, I'd obviously take that crap off, but we'll talk to Quinn about that. I'm sure we can come to some kind of arrangement because he's clearly not getting checks for winning matches. And here we go, this fatal four-way, this Extreme Rules matchup, the UK rankings match. That open title, one of these men will progress.
Prodigy starting off against William Zander. Quinn starting off against Thunder with a huge superplex there. Suplex, excuse me.
Well, the student of Sabu is my pick in this one. The Extreme Rules, I think, puts him over the edge of the other three competitors.
Yeah, I think you're right there. If weapons are involved, Thunder definitely gets the edge.
What a backdrop by Thunder in the middle of the ring. Meanwhile, the Prodigy and William Zander on the outside. That big backdrop by Zander delivers the Prodigy to the steel.
Quinn as well, back and forth in the ring. Of course, that's where the pinfalls and submissions have to happen in this match type.
Prodigy's fighting back though, and he's rolled Zander back into that ring and has recovered quickly from that hellish slam to that steel ramp. Had to take something out of the Prodigy, you'd have to believe.
Well, yeah, any kind of slam to steel isn't going to tickle.
Well, that choke by the Prodigy, maybe cashing a few checks there on Zander. Biggest man in this match.
Thunder and Prodigy going up top here.
Oh, big elbow to Zander. Oh, but Prodigy misses.
Yeah, completely misjudging whatever he was going for there.
I'm not sure if he was going for a leg drop or a drop kick. Either way, the Prodigy failed. Thunder did not. The elbow connected in a big way, and he continues the attack and stomp right to the chest of William Zander. Quinn's finally back into the match, removing his
speed of Zander at his weight.
Questionable new shirt. Oh.
And that's the thing about Zander, he does have a lot of speed for a man his size.
Tremendous speed by Zander, yeah. I mean, for the guy at 350.
He's going for an
absolute freight train. Great technical wrestler as well.
Oh yeah, that dreaded Kahina clutch, if he gets that locked in for long enough.
Oh!
It's going to be game over here.
Take that, Thunder, who felt that, rolls to the outside to try and catch his breath. Meanwhile, Quinn and the Prodigy there in an out-and-out wrestling match.
Finds himself in the corner now though.
Oh,
huge chop. And Prodigy flying in there, hurting himself in the process. Xander not taking too kindly to it. What a forearm.
Right to the face of the Prodigy. How's about that?
But Quinn back up again. Elbow there.
Well, a self-styled New Age outlaw is nowhere to be seen. The Prodigy rolled out the ring and seems to be seeing stars after that big elbow. Meanwhile, Thunder is waiting for William Xander to get back up, who after whatever he did to Quinn just there...
Well, Quinn just top rope toe paid onto the back of Xander. I think he hurt himself in the process.
Oh, thank you.
Thunder trying to clean house, missing there.
Oh, missed that. I was too busy checking on the Prodigy.
Well, the Prodigy, arm drag. I was about to say in a world of hurt here, but managing to reverse that one.
And he's back. Armbreaker onto Xander.
Oh, wait, holding on. Going for an armbar. I don't think Quinn's realised.
No, he hasn't. No, that armbar submission manoeuvre should Shitopa though.
Having to keep an eye on fourth men. Xander did not tap. This match continues. Thunder now hanging on. Xander been dispossessed for now.
Prodigy
Quinn and the Prodigy are now fighting over the Thunder's remains, who's fighting
going
back
for the pin.
Goes to the pin on Quinn, who was took out by the Prodigy, and these sharks smell blood in the water and all want to be United Kingdom champion.
Chaos in our first match here tonight. The Prodigy's looking to fly.
Oh, sweet Jesus, what a body splash to Thunder.
Onto the outside, just crushing him between himself and the wafer-thin mats. Oh, concerto!
God, that exploding concerto onto the steel. The Prodigy showing absolutely no remains. Thunder somehow shakes it off.
Manages to pick him up, slam him down with a scoop slam there.
Well, you know,
breaking up a pin.
While all this has been happening, Thunder did break up that pin. Quinn had been doing a number on William Xander in the middle of that ring, and right now it looks like it's
for it here.
Fight, Mike.
Reverse exploder suplex.
Well, we were waiting for it before, and there it is.
Oh wait, hang on.
Xander's capitalized.
Masterpiece.
Prodigy with that masterpiece on Thunder. Xander could only get a 2 on Quinn.
Yeah, I thought he'd missed his chance there, delivering that final blow
Prodigy
to Thunder. Going for
2, no! Xander still got something left in the tank, not even a 2 there for the Prodigy. All 4 of these men.
I think the Prodigy just
pushing
collapsed
their
out of
bodies to
exhaustion
the
in
limit.
the corner there. All of them fighting amongst themselves. This does matter in the rankings, but of course it doesn't mean they're going to get any closer to a title shot soon. At least not until after Riot 10, but
clothesline by the Prodigy over Thunder over that top rope.
It always helps to get a higher standing in these matches. For the next time around.
Well, and the momentum of this match has changed so many times, Erwin, so quickly. I mean, it is still anyone's game. There's no one that's
Quinn going for a pin.
Firmly dominant in this match so far. The Prodigy letting the Thunder kick out of that one himself, but was making sure that Quinn could not get the free, so simultaneously they're catching his breath and making Thunder work for it. There's some good ring play there by the Prodigy.
Yeah, very wise, huge DDT. In the meantime, Xander going for a trio of suplexes, only got 2 in before the Prodigy broke that up.
Wow.
Thunder with a huge knee.
Massive knee. I think both these men realise that Xander being the biggest man in this matchup might be the biggest threat. And if the Prodigy and Thunder can put that... Oh, well, no. That's that idea.
Well, they've eliminated Xander there with a massive drop kick in the corner from Prodigy.
Be enough though to keep Xander down. That locomotive just keeps on rolling because he's back to his feet. But
well, hang on.
Quick to capitalise.
Thunder strikes!
But
Quinn's in the ring. Quickly breaks that up. Taking Thunder out of the equation. Should have, in my estimation, gone for a pin on Xander there. I think he was still out. Oh, but hang on. Trying to turn him.
Yes, there it is.
Oh, but Prodigy quick.
That full Boston Crab, but not enough. The Prodigy had that one well scouted. Neck breaker though by Quinn.
The exhaustion setting in.
Chitolpa's down one. No.
Big kick out from Prodigy there. Thunder back in now.
What a way to kick off Mayhem. And
Yeah,
Alexandria Palace here tonight.
It truly is fatal, this four-way matchup here. Again, Extreme Rules, no weapons have been introduced. But with a German suplex like that on the outside, do you need them?
Wait a minute. Here we go, on the inside.
Concerto again, this time to William Zander.
Take that, William Zander. What a devastating maneuver. A kick to the spine just for good measure by the Prodigy, and surely it's a matter of time.
Yes, the masterpiece.
Bye-bye and good night, William
However,
Zander.
Thunder back in the ring.
2. Double axe handle to break the pin, count of 2. That would have been all.
So close, all four of these men.
Well, not even a 1. The Prodigy putting his own body on the line to break up that pin with that big elbow, but he definitely hurt himself in the process. The Quinn is nowhere near ready back to fight, but summoned some energies from somewhere with those 2 elbows right to the head of the Prodigy.
Cut off though.
Atomic Bulldog, my Lord, quick flurry of offense from the Prodigy.
Now it's down to Thunder and the Prodigy who are jostling for position here. Thunder getting the better of it. Prodigy this time. Corner to corner. Oh, big knee into the rib.
And a big knee right to the sternum of the Prodigy. Thunder now finding that extra level of insanity we all know he has. William Zander struggling to get back to his feet, but he is up. The big man may have to do something here. No.
Still only a 1.
No. It shows you how much this match means to these men. The Prodigy kicking out after 1. After 1, Erwin. After the intensity of this matchup.
Yeah, Zander looking to take up
the will to win.
Hang on. Codebreaker from Quinn there. Bulldog.
Quinn is finding another level. Quinn knows this could be his moment.
Another Bulldog. He just has to eliminate Thunder here, and he could have a pin.
Everywhere. What a flurry again by Quinn.
I don't think he realised the
this
Bulldog
time
didn't
with the
keep.
momentum. What a match.
Thunder down.
These
Reverse Exploder. My word, what a kick-off. I told you we were going all out. This proves it. All 4 of these men. Oh, Prodigy is bust open.
Yeah, there's definitely some claret flying for the Prodigy here tonight.
Bulldog.
Says Zander and right back into the Bulldog by Quinn. That was an unintentional double team there.
Utilising William Zander as a weapon. Gonna pay for it here though.
A very quick tree of war slam into the corner. And Quinn now takes a breath and rolls out the ring, out a vicious slam by that 350-pounder.
And Zander, interestingly, instead of going for Prodigy in the ring, went straight back outside to Thunder.
Well, those 2 guys have a history, Erwin. Let's face it.
What a kick.
Big knee. Right to the head of Thunder. I think you're right, Erwin. It might have actually been a straight kick to the head.
Well, whatever it was, it's knocked Thunder down. What a knee breaker.
Yeah. A vicious knee buster right there. Off. Wait a minute.
Holding on, I think he's going for the trio, but once again interrupted, this time by Quinn.
Big shoulders from a big man.
And Thunder, who I think was bust open by that kick by the looks of things, just went face to face with Zander, but finds himself in the corner now.
Yeah, this works on Thunder, that old rivalry shining through in this fatal forward that still, in my opinion, is anyone's game. Tree of war position for Thunder.
big foot to the neck.
Every time we think it's over.
Chatopa's down for the count. The Prodigy's there this time. Double axe handle the break.
Took out Chatopa.
Took a hit there. The referee is down. Oh. And anarchy and chaos will surely now reign. For our senior official, Mike Chatopa could be down for the count here, planning DDT by Xander. There's no referee to call. Call it.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, until Chatopa gets back up, this match is essentially going to have to go on. No matter what happens.
Well, in a match with no rules, we now have no sheriff. He's back
up.
Finally shakes it off. The toughest official in professional wrestling today. I'm amazed he just didn't get up and do some squats there with Quinn and the Prodigy on the outside
back. Well, what's Xander got in mind? Big knees as he's draped Thunder over the ring rope there.
Just vicious aggression by William Xander onto Thunder.
Let's see the fatigue setting in though on all these men now. Need to find a way to end this.
Shot to the steel steps there by the Prodigy onto Quinn. On the other side of that ring.
Of Thunder.
Yeah, both. I mean, it's split into two separate fights here. I mean, it's been open warfare so far in this matchup.
Yeah, William Xander now closing the gap. Oh, hang on.
Perhaps smelling easier prey on the other side of the ring as they're gone to investigate.
Quinn going for a Boston Crab, but on the outside it doesn't matter. This is not falls count anywhere.
Yeah, this is hence the reason why William Xander is in absolutely no rush to break up that submission maneuver. He knows that's just good news for him.
Yeah, he's just
if one of his opponents can't walk. All four of these men now seemingly taking a breath here, quite unsure of, I think, what to do. I think they've all realised, Erwin, that they're actually in a war, and 3 out of the 4 of these men are still on their feet here.
Oh, well, make that 2. Oh, lariat to the back of the head of Thunder. Oh, and a code breaker.
William Xander again. I think he's having some issues with his head there. As you can see, just, oh my God, you don't know if he's playing possum. You never know with Xander. He's a serial survivalist. Thunder, after making quick work with Quinn there, has now gone on the battle Xander.
Prodigy getting to his feet. Oh my word! Thunder strikes again.
Now that was a Thunder strike, knocking the Prodigy clean out, it looks like.
Oh yeah, I think he could be out of this match for good now after that.
Look at him, Owen, he's not moving. I think Thunder knocked him out.
Oh well, we're finally stirring, but it could all be over here.
It could be far too late.
No! Quinn managing to get out after 2.
Barely kicks out. Xander almost stole it. Thunder's now recovered.
Oh, what a neck breaker.
What a neck breaker. Taking off the head of William Xander. What a match.
And once again it spills outside. Prodigy thinking better of that, which sends the other 2 back in. William Xander trying to get to his senses on the outside.
In the corner goes the Prodigy, the Thunder now, keeping right on top of him, but Quinn there with that drop kick right to the back of Thunder. Again, this is every man for himself. It's Extreme Rules. I am genuinely amazed we haven't seen more foreign objects so far.
That is surprising. Especially after what it's taken so far to even not get a victory.
Well, the trio of suplexes by Xander. This time successful to Thunder. And Xander knows it.
Should have gone for a pin.
Really should have.
I think feeling happy about it.
He's not only a survivalist, he's a shameless self-promoter. William Xander.
Quinn right into the steps on the outside there.
The potential of a world champion and the ego to match.
Oh, well, hang on. Knew he still had this in the bag. And if Prodigy or Quinn don't get in there fast.
Kahina clutch, that's a submission. The Prodigy knows it.
Yeah,
he knows it coming on.
Too late.
Too late. Far too late.
Xander saw his opportunity and took it. Picked up a victory here tonight.
Tremendous match to kick off Mayhem. All 4 of these men went for it. Ultimately, that submission by Xander was all she wrote that Kahina clutch her in very quickly, becoming one of the most deadly submission maneuvers in N.E.W. today.
Absolutely incredible. Well,
wow.
We may not know what the hell is going on with Xander Enterprises as a team. One thing for sure, William Xander as a solo artist is picking up some wins here.
Well, William Xander has always been the bacon in that BLT of Xander Enterprises. Let's be honest, he is the meat that holds that group together right now. And him and his wife will surely put their heads together soon enough to discuss their next move for their so-called supergroup.
Well, speaking of groups, the End Times, in their attempt to continue their rise through the rankings, have to face the Militia.
And you have to believe, considering how improved Nate and Joe Freeman were when their master was in their corner, that the Reaper will be here tonight versus V and Kevin Canyon. It will be Nate and Joe Freeman from Event Times versus the Militia. It should be a great tag team matchup.
Yeah, but you can almost expect interference from the Reaper, and of course the Militia, they never have anyone in their corner. They are just the tag team, and that, as good and noble as that is, may be what loses them a match here tonight if they're not careful.
Well, you're friends with these guys. I mean, why don't you accompany them to the ring? I mean, having the swagger of the world heavyweight champion might keep End Times in check.
Well, maybe I should, but someone's got to keep this commentary booth rolling.
Hey, buddy. Wait, when you've been doing this as long as me, and you get to chat when you get told by the boss to jump on the plane, you jump on the plane.
Well, regardless, there should be hopefully a good match, regardless of the interference that is bound to happen. Great athletes in their own right, great tag teams in their own right. Of course, End Times just kind of coming into fruition.
Well, yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this, and just for the, you know, in the hope of protection, Erwin, I'm going to say this, and you know, if it comes back to bite me in the ass, then, you know, I'm sat next to the world champion, so here goes. Nate and Joe Freeman have not completely convinced me yet as a tag team. I think they have been a lot better when the Reaper has been there. So, I mean, what does that speak of the control of what that man has over these two young men? I mean, what does that speak of the fear that they possibly have for their leader? So many questions and very little answers from this very, very mysterious group, End Times.
Well, it is a very good point. I mean, that Extreme Rules match did seem very disjointed, even though they did end up picking up the victory. And there he is,
the Demon of Fleet Street,
current US champion,
and his flock, his pack, his hyenas, dare I say it, his henchmen. Nate and Joe Freeman are incredible athletes in their own right. Nate is 6'1", 220 from Denver, Colorado. Joe Freeman 6 foot 224 from Copenhagen, Denmark. Both these men have won championships in the past, and both of these men have chosen to align themselves with, well, quite possibly the devil himself.
Or the nearest thing N.E.W. has to offer, that's for sure.
And you know, when the moment I knew this guy was legit, Erwin, was when Joe Freeman, a veteran of N.E.W., many would call him one of the founding blocks of this entire company, joined this, well, this supergroup.
Well, the fact I tend to replay over and over again,
the original demon with the new breed,
just kind of speaks for the Reaper in and of itself. He has never been without a title since his debut in EFW. He moved over to N.E.W, still the EFW champion.
Staggering record.
And has continued ever since. He had the UK championship when he won the US championship, so he's technically never has been without a title.
Crazy statistic there. The Reaper, one of the most dominant forces in N.E.W, no doubt about that, but he's not in this match. His boys are. Nate and Joe Freeman have to go against these guys tonight, the Militia. And these guys have been tag teaming for a long, long time now and know their business. V and Kevin Cannon, V 5'10", 239 pounds from Kill Devil's Hills.
North Carolina, and Kevin Cannon, 5'7", 146 from Allentown, Pennsylvania, former European champion in his own right. These two men, what a team.
Yeah, I mean, amazing team. And Kevin Cannon, I always like to know, one of the lightest athletes in N.E.W. But I mean, when you see what this tag team have done, it kind of proves that that does not matter.
Well, yeah, I mean, V and Kevin Cannon do a very good job of covering up the limited weaknesses they have of each other. I mean, they are an incredibly fluid team. They know each other very well. They're friends outside the ring. They have every ingredient necessary to be great tag team champions.
Well, I remember that when they first teamed up together, they basically said, look, we've been okay separately, we could be really great together, and I think they're finally on that path.
It's took a long time, but they've worked hard for it, and V and Kevin Cannon have kept the faith, and are so close now, in touching distance of a shot at Magnum Opus, the reigning undisputed tag team champions, the longest single tag team championship reign in N.E.W. history. It's official, it's a fact. Magnum Opus are the real deal, and both these teams want a piece of them. V and Joe Freeman going to kick this one off. Manchitope already took one shot to the head tonight, rings the bell.
Yeah, I want to stay out of the way at this one if he can. Freeman starting off strong here.
Knee to the back of the head though. And Freeman, the original Demon, the veteran in this match by a long stretch the way. Gut wrench suplex. Good choice to kick this one off for end times, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, keep the faster man fresh on the outside.
Well, V and Joe Freeman have kicked this one off for their respective teams, but right now it is Joe Freeman's yard, because he is dismantling V here. The veteran in a very focused mood. My God, what a follow-away slam that was.
Yeah, I mean, usually you see V come flying out the gate. That has not happened here at all. Joe Freeman has dictated the pace of this match from the beginning.
Very good job of just demobilising a very quick double axe handle from the middle rope, taking V out, and Joe Freeman is on a roll here. When he gets this focus early, and he truly is a terrifying opponent. There's a reason Joe Freeman's been around for as long as he has. Snake eyes.
Yeah, I mean, he is an absolutely incredible wrestler.
I'm sure the tag team champions will appreciate that one.
Seems to have new blood in his veins here tonight. Maybe saw that first match and realised he needs to set things up.
Well, yeah, perhaps Joe Freeman was inspired by some of the youngest men on the card, now one of the oldest men on the card. He's taking it to one of the most experienced tag teams in the division, single-handedly tearing through V here.
Neither man having made a tag yet.
Joe Freeman doesn't need a tag.
Not at this rate, he won't.
13.
V again desperately trying to turn himself around and crawl toward Kevin Cannon, but quickly getting cut off.
Oh, Freeman.
Here we go. First tag.
Makes a tag to Nate. Fresh man. Oh my lord, what a shot to the gut. That's how Houdini died.
Reverse atomic drop there.
And that's all V's plans the evening. Another snake eyes.
Really in trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, V has just been pounded by end times here. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, Cannon is desperate to get into this match.
I can't believe how one-sided this matchup has been so far, Owen. This has surprised me. End times have been ruthless here tonight.
Yeah, now a half camel clutch applied to V.
You know who they remind me of right now, Owen? The tag team champions. This is exactly the kind of tactic Magnum Opus try to deploy.
It's a very good point. Kevin Cannon finally getting the tag here. As V has momentarily turned this thing around.
And that's what he needed. He needed the double team. He needed the tag, and now the fresh double K is in. And
Well,
this
look at
boy is
this.
quick.
The Reaper calling him over, providing a distraction.
Well, he has absolutely no right to get involved
Oh,
verbally or physically
look
in
at
this
this.
matchup. Well, Double K's had enough and is following the Reaper. The Reaper wisely getting out though, where the pumped up Double K did not like what the Reaper had to say to him.
I think he did manage to deliver a shot. I think the Reaper went to attack back and then remembered he didn't want to get disqualified.
Big suplex by Double K though onto Nate, bringing in the disciple of the demon the hard way. Reversed so quickly over the ropes, so was Double K, and brawling himself the hard way, cashing that check straight away.
Yeah,
the
just
young
like-
buck Nate.
Just like that, it's back in favour of End Times. Nate just dissecting Kevin Cannon here. Could be about to see another quick tag. Oh wait, double super kick!
Double super kick by Nate, and Joe Freeman taking off the head of Double K, who manages to get the tag as he rolls out the ring.
I think that was purely on the rebound of the super kick.
I think it was a blind tag. I
Yeah.
think V tagged him as he rolled out the ring, Erwin. I think V realised his partner was in no shape to continue and knew he had to do something about it, but how much does V have left after the earlier assault by End Times? This is not looking good
Yeah, he
for
must
the
be
militia, Erwin.
aching, and look how quickly Joe Freeman just turned that around. Clearly V is not doing well here and rolls to the outside for a reprieve.
Mike Chatope begins the count. The liberal count to 10. Joe Freeman has a lot of time to play with, chooses not to, gets back into the ring after the hard elbow to the head and feels that might be enough.
Standing Uranagi!
Devastating!
Definitely could be enough.
Uranagi, but too close to the ropes, I think, Erwin.
Yeah, quite possibly. V quickly trying to turn things around here, but is in the wrong corner.
Way wrong corner. V. I think, I think, to be honest with you, Erwin, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even think he knows where he is right now.
Oh no, the exhaustion must have been set
Double
quite
team.
some time ago. We've seen this before. That forearm draping them over the knees and a crossbody. That's gotta be all.
End of times.
Look at that. Freeman saying that's not enough.
The move that has got him this far in the tag team rankings was not enough to put down the militia. But this crossface definitely could be. So I think a modified kind of camel clutch. Crossface,
Camel clutch,
if you
yeah.
will. Look, my word. Expertly applied, but V refusing to tap out. This kid Double A tough and wants that tag team championship.
Oh wait, V.
Big
Backdrop here.
big backdrop. What a response. What a response by Nate. Joe Freeman did not make the blind tag there, so Nate is still a legal man. Oh, what a shot by
Freeman off there.
Kevin Cannon. I think that was a tactical choice there by Joe Freeman not to make the blind tag, because he had every opportunity as Nate rolled out the ring. He wants Kevin Cannon to come and get him, which puts this right in End Times territory. Mike Chatope.
Throwing Grime in. Grime interferes in this match. That will cost End Times.
Yes, it will.
However, it has provided a distraction. Not enough. Oh! Facebuster almost onto that chair that the Reaper had introduced at some point in this matchup.
Mike Chatope not having any of that in this match, maintaining all the well. End Times have refused to go back
to the backstage sofa.
Cannon, look at this. Once again being distracted by the replay.
And now creating more and more trouble at ringside, and Mike Shitope is going to have to do something about this. They cannot keep getting involved in this matchup in this way. It's not fair on the militia.
No, it's certainly not. However, Cannon still... Oh, wait.
Tag made.
Yeah, manages to push past. I don't know if Cannon's noticed. He has now.
What a shot! If he didn't know before, he certainly does now, Owen. What a left hand that was to Double K. He won't be eating any cereal for weeks after that one. I don't think he'll be chewing solid food for weeks after that one.
Owen in danger here. Oh, hang on a second. Brought back in the hard way with a suplex.
Nice suplex by Joe Freeman, going right back on the attack. Just
blatant choke there.
Extreme Rules matchup, Owen.
Oh, Cannon. Returning with an uppercut. Fireman's carry scooped Joe Freeman into his corner.
The militia need this to hit, and hit well. It connects. Big forearm.
But look at this.
Oh!
Whilst the Reaper is distracting Shitope.
God damn it. Well, enough. 2, no! No!
But no, the militia still managed to get it.
Well, after the confusion, N.E.W ended up confusing themselves, and the militia would not be denied. Kevin Cannon and the militia at the very last minute,
yeah, huge victory
managed
there.
to steal it back from N.E.W who were doing everything possible to screw the militia over.
No, yeah, I mean, he tried distracting Shitope, but that final strike was enough.
And Mike Shitope elected to make the count, ignoring N.E.W, doing his job. It gave the militia the victory here. As quickly as this match started, it is over. The militia will face Magnum Opus.
Well, we move on into the tag rankings now. Sorry, the US rankings now.
Well, yeah, it's
notes there about me.
Should be a interesting matchup between Jimmy Falcon and Gabriel Gonzalez.
Of course, the US #1 contender Zach Fuller will face the Reaper this week. This may essentially be as backup in case he is unsuccessful.
Well, yeah, but it's still a great opportunity both for Gabriel Gonzalez and Jimmy Falcon here. I mean, Gabriel has had a lot of success in the tag team division, but I'm sure that he'd love to win the United States Championship. Jimmy Falcon yet to hold a belt here in N.E.W, and the associate of Magnum Opus, still not an official member of the group, still out to impress the man who owns his contract, the manager of Magnum Opus. Oh, this man, in fact.
Oh, well, yeah,
speaking of the devil.
Of which,
yes, here he is, Owen.
I've got to wonder, with Rick Weaver and Jimmy Falcon on the card tonight, what Snake is doing out here, what the hell he's going to say.
Well, ultimately this man is a businessman. I'm sure he's here to promote his considerable assets, Owen. while Snake making it very, very clear to the N.E.W crowd who rules the roost here tonight, making it abundantly clear, Owen, that he feels Magnum Opus will retain their historic championship run, will continue. And I want you to think about this, Owen. Think of a world where Magnum Opus not only have the N.E.W Tag Team Championship and the EFW World Heavyweight Championship, but they also have the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship, all under one house, one unit, Magnum Opus. Think about that possibility.
Well,
it still is a possibility.
Yeah, it could very well be, and in my eyes, a scary prospect.
Everything that Snake has prophesied so far has seemingly come true. Everything he has claimed would happen has happened. And tonight there is a hell of a lot of pressure on Jimmy Falcon's young shoulders, the associate of Magnum Opus.
Well, that's right.
Arguably one of the biggest matches of his career tonight here, Owen.
Again, a big claim from Snake when two of his men are on the card here tonight. I mean, and as you said, Jimmy Falcon's still an associate, not an actual member of Magnum Opus. But nonetheless, you know, essentially showing his corner.
I also find it quite interesting his plea to management for more leniency towards Magnum Opus, as he feels that there has been some, in his words, unfair stipulations thrown against his associates, his group, by Adrian Goldman and the higher ups of N.E.W. Now we all know the controversy between Snake and Adrian Goldman has been getting, shall we say, tenser and tenser as of late. The relationship seems to be getting tenser and tenser by the day. I mean, what kind of message is that, and how wise is it for Snake to poke the bear, if you will? I mean, you do not want to get the mad scientist angry.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a lot of friction there. And of course, the reasons far beyond my knowledge, but it does seem to be rubbing Snake the wrong way.
Well, I mean, Goldman seems to I think Goldman's a businessman ultimately and knows that Magnum Opus will make this company lots and lots of money, which they do. But I really don't believe that their personal relationship is a good one, and I may get in trouble for saying for that, but that's what I believe. I mean, there's clearly tension between those two men, and I'd love for them to sit down and actually talk about it, but, you know, you get two men with two very big egos, and sometimes just not going to get along. They're still ultimately businessmen, they'll still work together. They clearly have on several occasions, because Magnum Opus have been given several opportunities in the past that some would say they didn't deserve.
Well, yeah, that's very true. And of course, Snake being allowed to manage and run both shows as a wrestler, or both companies as a wrestler, both N.E.W and EFW.
Yeah, one of the very first men to get that kind of contract here in the company.
It's hard to say that they've been picked on with such opportunities like that.
He's still the EFW World Heavyweight Champion, Owen.
Well, yeah.
I mean, what a hell of a run he's been on in EFW as of late. I mean, these new up-and-comers seemingly have no answer at the moment for the 8-time World Champion, as he now calls himself, for the EFW World Championship, of course. Number 8.
Well, and again, that's meant to be a developmental company. And how the hell do you?
Well, I suppose, you know, in the interest of clarity and accuracy, it should still be noted that Snake is still officially considered a 7-time world champion. So
yeah, he just considers himself an 8-time world champion.
Whatever you may think about that personally, these are the facts of the matter. I obviously love Magnum Opus, love their parties.
Well, the associate, as expected, has brought friends.
Well, and what a friend to have. It's Vega.
It seems Snake is there as well.
Yes, there he is.
No sign of Weaver, of course. He is in a match up next.
Yeah, Rick Weaver quite rightly focusing on his match, but Snake and Vega, firm friends, those two. Great businessmen, but great entrepreneurs in their own right, both those men. Have you ever sat down and had a conversation with those two guys about what they're actually planning for the brand of Magnum Opus? And it's staggering, staggering. These guys have their heads screwed on, I can tell you. They know exactly what they're doing, and Jimmy Falcon has no choice but to step in line because they own him. 5'9" and 220 pounds from Miami, Florida. The Falcon has to fly tonight if he stands any chance of becoming more than just an associate.
Plots, schemes and dreams. It wouldn't surprise me if
Terrible
Snake,
camera angle there.
it would not surprise me if Snake started life selling things out of a 3-wheeled yellow car. However, can't deny the success that Magnum Opus have had here in N.E.W. as of late. Well, this man is going to be one who's not particularly happy that they've beaten the single streak record.
Well, no, Gabriel Gonzalez, proud member of the 5-time tag team champions, Los Luchadores.
Yeah, the other one right next to him there.
Juan, his brother in arms,
Diaz in the
literally.
back.
That's Diaz.
He's just roaming behind there. He
Oh,
is.
there he is.
Coming to the forefront now.
Still in his suit. I'm loving the Hawaiian shirt there by Juan. He's clearly lost the best dress competition tonight. Well, Gabriel Gonzalez is a 5-time tag team champion.
I think Quinn's right about you. Well, it's interesting. Both sides have backup here tonight. And both only have 2 men, but I mean, when you get Vega on the outside there, I suppose that counts for more than just one man.
Don't think I didn't hear that. I just let it slide because it was funny. 5'6", 240, Chihuahua, Mexico. Great wrestler in his own right. Obviously a lot more success in the tag team division, but he can definitely go. Should be an interesting matchup. 2 similar styles. Snap suplex by Falcon. I would expect this one to be quick-paced, Erwin.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Both with great speed and agility.
Oh!
Which will most likely be on display here tonight.
Russian leg sweep there by Jimmy Falcon. Big elbow. Oh, what a kick!
Drop kick from Gabriel Gonzalez, launching himself up into the air to propel his opponent even further.
Armbar. Oh!
Most certainly the veteran in this one.
How interesting it is for the 2 senior members, I think it would be fair to say. Of Magnum Opus, Vega and Snake. Just disgusting Jimmy Falcon, assessing him every step of the way. I mean, will Falcon thrive under that kind of pressure, or will he crumble under that pressure?
It's a very good question.
He's had mixed results. It should be said in these kind of situations. It should also be noted that Vega and Snake do not go out of their way to help this guy when he does get in trouble.
Enziguri there.
They want him to earn his stripes well and truly.
Well, he'll certainly be earning them tonight. Gabriel Gonzalez, misses with a kick, was in control up until that point.
A beautiful Enziguri was not followed up, and that backdrop by Falcon has brought him right back into the match. Jimmy Falcon is no slouch, ladies and gentlemen, but he needs to get some consistent offense against the 5-time tag team champion here.
Who's just dodging moves here, left, right and centre, and delivers one of his own.
Big Hurricane Nana.
Oh, look at this, Vega up
now
on the top rope.
Screaming at Gabriel Gonzalez.
Providing the distraction. Oh wait, facebuster. Gonzalez was ready for it.
I find it interesting how Snake didn't move, but things happened in Magnum Opus's corner.
And very interestingly now, Gonzalez has removed the top turnbuckle pad. On the top right turnbuckle.
Well, good for Jimmy Falcon, taking every opportunity again against the veteran Gabriel Gonzalez.
Yeah, but Falcon.
It's only cheating if you get caught. Oh, misses with the elbow.
And again, once it's done, it's done. There's nothing the ref can do about it. Wait, Falcon
Northern
reversing
Light suplex, beautiful bridge there by Jimmy Falcon. Didn't hold on for the pin, but the damage was done there.
Yeah, probably knows he needs a lot more to put Gonzalez away here. Plenty of fight left in the luchador.
guillotine. Bit of old school there by Jimmy Falcon. Vega and Snake appreciate that one. Their boy tonight. Impressive stuff.
Single
Against
leg camel clutch.
There we go. Locked in. That submission maneuver. Against such an experienced opponent, this is a good showing here by Falcon.
Yeah,
Impressed by his resilience so far. Well, the reversal by Gabriel Gonzalez. Chitopa's down. 1, 2.
Oh wait, Falcon reversing that.
2.
Oh, and a kick out.
Well, multiple counters, multiple pin attempts. Both men
Oh wait, hang on a second.
sizing each other up. Gabriel Gonzalez holds on. Here it is. Shade to the late great Eddie Guerrero. That's 2. Can he hit a 3rd? It is the Three Amigos. Arriba! Love that move.
Oh, it's a fantastic move by a much missed legend. Oh wait. Legendary move of its own. Gonzalez Buster. Not quite traditional. Staying away from that bottom rope.
Yeah, no, so he may have to drag him away to make that pin.
Snake
Gonzalez
distracting.
tired.
Chitopa.
Snake distracting as ever. Rope break anyway. Jimmy Falcon has a little bit of time to recover. Gonzalez not giving him that time. Misses with a senton splash. Went high risk. Paid the price.
Landing like a sack of potatoes, and this is the chance for Falcon.
Oh,
Calf killer. Neck breaker. However, somehow that's powered Gonzalez back up.
Yeah, that neck buster seemingly just annoying Gabriel Gonzalez. Falcon on the top rope and in trouble.
Hurricane Rana by Falcon, who is flat out square center of the ring. Gonzalez now with the pin. Chitopa's down 2. Kick out by Falcon. Drop kick to the spine.
Neck shattering drop kick there.
Oh,
Gonzalez picking up a head of steam now against a down Falcon, who he helps to his feet, only to take him back to them. Oh wait, what's this?
Shot that is by Gabriel Gonzalez.
Intensive submission hold, working on the arm, almost like a seated accordion rack. Accordion stretch, excuse me.
Yeah, tremendous maneuver, tremendous counter, giving Falcon the time he needs to recuperate and plan his next move on the outside. And you know this kid's the athleticism. Springboard. There it is. Forearm smash off the top, off the rope, excuse me.
And that could be it, but
Phenomenal
Snake
forearm.
was providing a distraction to Chitopa, which allows Falcon to use the chair.
and if Chitopa didn't see it, there's nothing he can do about it. Mike Chitopa not happy about that chair, but now it's no longer in play. There's nothing he can do.
Oh no, that makes it worse. It's going to be hard for Chitopa to get a moment to try and unwedge it. Chooses not to.
He suspects foul play, but he can't prove it. Professionalism as always from our senior official now. The danger has been limited. The chair has been removed by the official.
Strong headlock here by Jimmy Falcon. But again, probably not a wise maneuver against a specialist like Gonzalez. Chitopa finally removing the chair.
Completely had to stop it to potentially call the pin a submission, but eventually got rid of it completely.
Falcon a bit quick there, going it forward again.
There it is.
Yoshi Garoshi. I'm going to say it anyway, even if I am pronouncing it wrong. Oh, and a snap suplex.
I'm sure it was a good attempt, Erwin. If we have any Mandarin speakers in our audience, we'd love to hear from you. And here we go. Jimmy Falcon, this is his moment. Surely to steal a huge, huge victory from Gabriel Gonzalez, the 5-time tag team champion.
Back out on the outside.
Maybe looking for that one of those forearm smashes again. Here it goes. Yes, there it is. Connects. Springboard off the top
Gotta
rope.
be it.
1, 2. No.
And interestingly, so far, Los Luchadores and Guillermo Diaz are yet to provide a distraction on the outside in comparison to Magnum Opus. Falcon now, tree of woe position.
Tree of woe
Gonzalez
by Falcon, choking the life out of Gabriel Gonzalez.
Working on the leg again. Step over there.
Snake eyes again by Falcon. Gonzalez in serious trouble here.
Yeah, has not shown any offense for a while now, but hang on a second, blocked a punch and fights back with a forearm.
And to the gut. Lower suplex.
Again.
There it is.
Brainbuster. And using the ropes, but Vega is providing a distraction on the
Vega there
outside.
trying to make it clear that Gabriel Gonzalez was cheating, and he was, but Mike Shitope telling him to mind his own business. The effect was the same.
Gonzalez having a word there on the outside. And it seems Diaz has got a step closer to the action in the ring. Falcon whipped into the rope. Oh, into the turnbuckle that was exposed. Gonzalez bringing that smoking gun back into play.
Yeah, Gabriel Gonzalez, the veteran, the wily fox, finally gaining the momentum.
Now
he
he's out on the
needed.
outside.
He's no stranger to a springboard himself. And here we go. What a drop kick from that top rope. What sheer athleticism by Gabriel Gonzalez.
Falcon all the way to the apron, trying to collect himself. Oh, look at this, Gonzalez with a bit of mockery there. Falcon back in the ring though. Takes advantage of a perhaps rocked Gonzalez, who was playing possum. What an elbow and a lariat. And Falcon, I think I see blood pouring from his face. Yes, there it is.
Yeah, big elbow, big lariat, and a big guillotine. Gonzalez now hitting all the moves he needs to put Jimmy Falcon away, slowing this pace down.
Oh wait, missed with a kick though.
The
German suplex.
God, what a German suplex. A high intensity matchup taking it out of both men. Chitopa's there. That's an
Finally, that is it.
That German suplex, that hard German suplex by Jimmy Falcon was enough to put Gabriel Gonzalez away in a hard-fought matchup.
A really hard-fought matchup despite the interference.
A lot of interference by Magnum Opus.
And none from Los Luchadores, a very questionable thing when Snake and Vega were providing so many distractions.
Perhaps Gabriel and Juan Gonzalez already discussed previously that their main concern, their main priority is those tag team titles, and perhaps this was a way of sending a message to Magnum Opus by blooding up their boy here tonight.
Look
a
at
little
that.
bit of a tangle there between Snake and Juan Gonzalez
My
there.
word. Things are getting
heated
at ringside here.
Yeah, it was Juan. Very heated.
Officials trying to clear, now running down, trying to clear this before it turns into another match. Well, now they are making their way backstage by force. I mean,
yeah,
Vega is being quite timid here, I must admit.
Yeah,
he could overpower these if he wanted to.
Vega going quietly just for a change here. Snake telling his enforcer that there'll be other nights. Rick Weaver coming up next, the prodigal son of Magnum Opus, the student of Snake.
Faces my buddy in an Extreme Rules match.
And he'll be on his own. As does all the rankings matchups, all managers are banned from this matchup.
Of course, Intercontinental rankings. And of course we're going to see that phenomenal main event to see if the Gangster gets his title shot. Of course, if not, you've got to believe this is the road to find the replacement.
Oh, absolutely. Rick Weaver's been on one hell of a roll as of late here in N.E.W, but so, it should be said, has your buddy Blaze. Both these guys, one of the best runs in quite some time. Should be a very, very interesting matchup. Arguably not as one-sided as it would have been. Rick Weaver has now got to the show. 5'10", 245 pounds from New York, New York. Proud member of Magnum Opus, and he's proved his worth, Erwin, time and time again. One half of the current tag team champions, Erwin. Do you want to tell him? Tell him officially. Do the stat monkey thing. You know you want to.
148 days
in one run.
Opus have held those belts in their first run as tag team champions.
Staggering statistic by one of the best tag teams in the world today. And this man is a big part of that team's success. No one's carrying Rick Weaver anywhere anymore. Magnum Opus have made this kid a real threat in N.E.W. He might just be the future of this business after all. And here he is, with a relative new look here, Owen.
Yes.
Your buddy Blaze.
Changing up his wardrobe a bit. I think got tired of his old garb.
Well, a bit more of a serious look here for Blaze. More updated. 5'8", 239, Long Beach, California, 3-time United States champion. The veteran in this match, 73 days overall as United States champion. One of the jokers of the locker room, but he can get it done, there's no question about that. He will call you at 3 AM asking for chicken, but when he's focused, he's deadly.
And again, with weapons being allowed to come into play here, you got to think that must favour Blaze.
Oh, absolutely. This man is no stranger to hardcore. He was one of the establishing founding members of hardcore here in N.E.W.
I think the last time these two faced each other, Rick Weaver did get the victory, which will be on the mind of Blaze tonight.
Yeah, Rick Weaver is standing across this ring tonight from a man he has already beaten. And Blaze knows for a fact the amount of up-and-comers we have here in N.E.W. How many people waiting in the wings from the EFW, the veteran of the aggressive policy that N.E.W. have, knows he has to prove his worth to earn his spot. A victory over an up-and-comer like Weaver here tonight would cement that spot for Blaze here tonight.
Look at that, Rick Weaver trying to use Chatopa as protection there to gain the first shot against Blaze.
Well, it worked, didn't it? An arm wrench and an arm breaker going straight back to that arm again, it should be said. Noted here, a clear tactic by Weaver early on in this matchup.
Blaze breaking free of that head scissors, but Rick Weaver again reversing the whip there.
Oh yeah. Over the top rope. Oh!
Shot.
Forehand, kick to the gut, and again right to left by Weaver. This new style that Rick Weaver has adopted has really suited this young man.
Oh, but where Blaze blocking the kick. Firing back.
Hard European uppercut. Nothing fancy about that, but it was effective.
Quickly going underneath the ring.
Well, with all due respect to Blaze, I think in an out-and-out wrestling match, Rick Weaver would win this one quite easily.
Oh my
hang
God,
on a
what a
second.
shot with that kendo stick.
Thunderous strikes.
Ripped it out the hands of Blaze and delivered two hard shots to the veteran, showing an aggressive streak.
Blaze's plan perhaps backfiring there.
Right back on the attack, neckbreaker, goes for the pin, 2, no.
Not even a 2, Blaze still has plenty of fight left in him here.
Yeah, Blaze though has been rocked so far by one half of the tag team champions, who is looking at Blaze with deadly intention. Shot there to the head. Oh, and a big elbow right from the top turnbuckle. That speed of Weaver capitalising on Blaze now. That cocky streak, telling Blaze to come at him.
Seems to have Blaze scouted at every point of this matchup so far.
Well, Rick Weaver will have been well prepped by his manager and Vega, two stalwart veterans of this business, all mentor this man on a daily basis, and the improvement in Rick Weaver is starting to scare me. The shots with those kendo sticks again to Blaze, who has had no answer for Rick Weaver so far in this matchup. Snap suplex on the kendo stick, Irwin. What a shot to Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze really needs to rethink his strategy fast. Oh wait, the wave
on the outside. It won't matter one bit unless Rick Weaver can get Blaze back into the ring, and he does.
Yeah, maybe all elemental from here. Blaze not even getting out of the starting gate against Rick Weaver here tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. Best of both worlds. Chatopa's down. 1, 2, 3. Emphatic victory by Rick Weaver here tonight. What a win. What a statement. Rick Weaver just beat a 3-time United States champion with ease. What do you have to say about that, Irwin? No distractions, no interference. Rick Weaver just kicked your buddy's ass. What do you have to say about that?
Well, Weaver, the youngster, certainly outsmarting the veteran here tonight. Continues his climb through the Intercontinental rankings.
Admit it, that was impressive.
We have seen a change in Rick Weaver, and it was indeed an impressive victory, regardless of the side he seems to associate with.
Well, he has been called the future, and he's starting to prove it. What a victory for Rick Weaver.
And now it's time to find our women's #1 tag team contender, who will face True Force for the championships.
Well, yeah, Foxy Valentines versus the Outlaws here tonight. Two great tag teams. The Outlaws, of course, have had a long history with Foxy Valentine. All 4 of these ladies, I think it's fair to say, have a score to settle with each other. Will we get an answer to who is better here tonight, Irwin? Who is the dominant tag team after True Force in N.E.W. today?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of heated blood between these two teams, but of course, let's not forget, the Outlaws have had a bit of a change in attitude recently, and more do whatever it takes to win, rather than just try their best to win.
Well, I for one applaud that attitude, Irwin, and I think it's something that the Outlaws should have adopted a long time ago, because their ruthless aggression, if you will, may be the key factor alongside their experience against Foxy Valentine.
And we've
They
got
have a lot of experience within the team in the Fox, but have to take into account Nancy Valentine's rookie status still here in N.E.W.
We find our #1 contenders in this matchup. This should be an incredible tag team clinic.
Should be a great matchup between two very talented teams, one of the hottest women's divisions in professional wrestling today. And we give you Foxy Valentines. It is the Fox and Nancy Valentine, the Fox 5'5", 132 pounds from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, the former women's champion, and her protege, the self-obsessed Nancy Valentine, 5'2", 109 pounds from Long Island, New York.
Possibly the reason we had to host in Alexandra Palace here tonight was to fit the ego of Foxy Valentine in the building.
These two ladies know how good they are, Owen, and there's nothing wrong with that in my mind. I mean, the Fox is the first ever dual women's champion here in N.E.W. That's a fact, that's history. No one can ever take that away from the Fox.
Well, that's very true.
And she can be very, very proud, despite her big ego, of the progress her protege Nancy Valentine has made over this last year, because let's face it, Valentine is no slouch. And
well,
she has raised her game this year in N.E.W.
Interestingly enough, all four women, despite fighting so hard to continue through the climb in the singles women's division, all four of these women do not get to meet the champion. Instead, it's Alice Young, who is currently one half of the tag team champions and could find herself the second dual champion.
Absolutely, it is a possibility, Owen. It could happen. The Outlaws, Lisa Chase and Psycho Sonia. Lisa Chase 5'2", and Psycho Sonia 5'3", both these ladies from Blackpool, England, the childhood friends, £5 between them. 4 women's championships between them, 3 for Lisa Chase and 1 for Sonia, one of the most successful teams in the N.E.W. women's division today.
The cornerstone of the women's tag team division, without a doubt.
One of the pillars of this red hot division, no question. A change in attitude, but they can certainly get it done, can the Outlaws? Foxy Valentine have acknowledged that attitude change, but they've not changed their own game plan. Starting, as ever, with a more experienced member of their group, the first dual champion, the Fox.
Starting out strong here.
New attire as well for the Outlaws as well, Owen.
Yeah, seems to have gone with their change in attitude.
Oh! And time will tell what this will do to the game plan of Chase and Sonia. Meanwhile, the Fox, however, taking no notice of this well-discussed new attitude and just pounding down on Lisa Chase.
Yeah, Fox taking no time and needs to keep that gap closed, as she is doing. Hurricane Rana from the middle rope.
Well, I mean, you got to realise though, when she's got the height and weight advantage over Chase, so you know the Fox could be just biologically the stronger woman. Oh my word, what a forearm smash there by Chase.
Completely just changed the match around with one move.
Well,
look at that.
As I was saying, Lisa Chase is clearly the strongest woman in this ring, Owen. What a forearm.
Away though. After a bit of a tussle in the corner there.
Fox! In her own
through.
corner. The Fox playing her own mind games yet again, not letting Chase make the tag.
Oh, wait, hang on though.
Hit toss by Chase.
Oh, another Hurricane Rana.
Beautiful.
This time it's Chase to Fox. Psycho Sonia gets the tag. Bit of a stare down there. Oh!
Take that.
Just pulling at the hair there, I think.
Slamming her back. The original Psycho, with bad intentions in her soul, going right for the Fox.
Oh! Did not see Valentine run up on the apron there though.
No, the protege saving her teacher there. The Fox is in trouble, but Psycho Sonia has recovered quicker.
Great athleticism there with a
Backdrop.
Outlaws still maintaining control of this match at this course in time, but Fox returning to her feet there. Oh, and another hair pull back to the mat.
Hard shot.
Away at Sonia in trouble here. Tag made to a fresh Nancy Valentine.
They're both these ladies now. Fresh. Oh, double clothesline.
Valentine choking Psycho Sonia. again. Trying to drain the life.
Yeah, Nancy Valentine now, the fresher lady in this matchup. Oh, taking it to Sonya.
Oh, but where? Diving tag.
Yeah, enough. Chase is legal and back in. That hard lariat taking down Nancy Valentine, and again.
Seems to have recovered from the attack from Fox early on in this matchup.
Big double knees.
Going to work on Nancy Valentine here. Up to the top rope.
High risk. Waits for Valentine. Who stumbles.
Mistake. Oh! Quick to capitalise. Nancy Valentine here.
Oh,
Face buster.
Jesus.
That could be it right there.
That could be all she wrote.
Perhaps thinking better of it, seeing Psycho Sonya reappear.
I'm not quite sure if Valentine made a mistake there. Goes for the choke. Has a count of 5 to release it, and she does, but only just an aggressive choke by Nancy Valentine.
Again. Trying to crush the larynx of both Lisa Chase and Psycho Sonya here tonight.
Middle rope. Danger.
Oh,
kick.
Right to the face and follows up with a drop kick. Chase is in trouble, but wait.
Oh,
Jawbreaker. Holding on to that hair of Nancy Valentine.
big Hurricane Rana. Makes that tag. Important tag.
Yeah, so far I'd say the Outlaws have been the quicker of the two with tags.
Oh yeah, I mean the Outlaws are obviously the much more experienced team here in this matchup, so that quick tagging that you've been seeing in this matchup, folks, is very typical of the Outlaws. If you've not seen them wrestle before, they like to keep themselves as fresh as possible and alienate one member. I mean, you know, the makeup of these the most successful teams in the N.E.W. is quite similar. Erwin. Consistent tags, good communication, alienate one of your opponents. It is that simple. It's tag team wrestling. It's one simple formula, but it works.
Look at the gall of Psycho Sonya now going to work on Nancy Valentine in her own corner. May
misses with that kick.
Oh, I was about to say May pay for that, but it's a flurry back and forth here.
Hard shot again by Valentine.
There we go. Valentine Bow. It's locked in.
Submission right in her own corner. Shatopa's there.
Sonya holding on though.
Yeah, tremendous.
Oh, look at that.
By Lisa Chase.
Rolled out of it.
Tremendous strength by Psycho Sonya to roll out of that submission. Scoop slam. Taking down Valentine.
Oh, and a kick to the gut.
Crossbone neck breaker. There we go. What a maneuver.
Valentine in deep trouble. Her submission did not work. And now she is in the Outlaws' corner. Fox trying to provide a distraction, but it might be all for nothing.
Double suplex.
Powerbomb neck breaker. Going for a pin. Fox caught up. Oh, wait. Managed to get through, but provided a drop kick to the back of Shatopa, and now the chaos ensues.
Absolute chaos has erupted immediately after the assassination attempt on our senior official. Springboard arm drag off the top by Sonya onto the Fox. Gives Chase enough time. Shatopa stirring. Valentine's in trouble. Chase hits this. It could be all. Misses.
Too far away from Valentine, and
Valentine recovers. Hard shot right to the head.
Snap suplex.
Oh no, excuse me, I thought she was going to go for a planning DDT, but what a hard snap suplex that was by Valentine.
And more choking here.
Cocky streak from Valentine, a mile long. Complete disrespect to a 3-time women's champion.
Sonya here.
Quite a match.
Desperate to get back in. Chase has been rocked here. Bad news for the Outlaws. Valentine makes the tag to Fox.
Wise tag. Oh! And it connects. What a unique double team, almost like a gut buster and a face buster simultaneously. Yeah. I mean, it shows there that Foxy Valentine are not, you know, can do anything the Outlaws can do, who did that triple threat double team before.
Look at this.
Foxy Valentine have learned quickly in the tag team division, it seems.
What
oh my word! Head scissors DDT on
like
Psycho Sonya.
Driver. Absolutely incredible maneuver there, eliminating Sonya from this matchup for the time being.
Atomic
Nancy
Bulldog
Valentine
by the
going
Fox.
down there to make sure the job is done.
Why wouldn't you? This is the perfect moment for Nancy Valentine and the Fox to capitalise. The attack is still going on the outside. Sonya,
if the Fox cross is locked in, it's going to be all over. Oh wait, this could do it.
Oh!
Springboard moonsault there.
Finally back in a corner. Sonya isn't. This could be all. No!
Somehow
2.9.
Lisa Chase kicks out.
Couldn't have gotten any closer. The frustration starting to show from the Fox dropkick to the back of the spine. Psycho Sonya finally back in the corner, kick to the gut.
Oh wait.
Sunset flip again. Oh wait, there it is.
Fox cross.
There it is, that submission.
It's
that crossway crossface, and
yes.
it's over. Sonya did not have enough to help her partner, Foxy Valentine, move forward to face True Force. What a match!
Incredible matchup there. You've got to wonder if Foxy Valentines have what it takes to take down True Force.
Well, they've beaten one of the most experienced teams here, Erwin, in N.E.W. today. In Lisa Chase and Psycho Sonya, the Fox and Nancy Valentine must be feeling pretty confident that they've got a better than average shot against the Titans of the women's tag team division right now, the most successful women in the division period, Diana Simmons and Alice Young. What a match it should be between those four ladies. What a match that was.
You've got to wonder when it's going to fall, with the women's title being so closely knit once again to the fabric of the women's tag belts. I guess once the week progresses and we see if Alice Young is successful against Sonya Jackson, we will find out.
Well, Yuri, excuse me, Yuri.
We have our main event coming up. And it's going to be an absolutely incredible one-on-one.
You bet your ass it will be. The Gangster and Cowboy Roy, one-on-one, and if the Gangster wins this one, he will get a shot at the Icons Intercontinental Gold. What a match it should be.
The Gangster has fought so long and hard to get this opportunity, wants that belt, but of course Roy, he's one of those legends. He's a legend for a reason. The damage he can dish out in that ring.
An icon of this business alone, right? Oh, wait a minute.
A second.
It's the Russian Bear. It's Yuri. The hell is he doing here?
Of course, Franco won up on him in their little war so far.
Well, I've heard rumours that Yuri was here tonight, Erwin. But he's just interrupted our main events. This is not the time or the place to continue this personal vendetta, young man. You need to let this go.
Oh, wait a minute, Yuri basically saying this one's not over until he says it is, while Franco pretty happy with that arrangement, it seems, because he's coming down to the ring with words for his former best friend and tag team partner. This is not about titles, this is not about championships, this is personal, this is about revenge, and Franco and Yuri want to kill each other here tonight.
Yeah, Yuri saying name your match, and may not have to wait long before Franco gives him an answer.
Well, the war of words has continued. Look at that look. A stare that says 1,000 words, Erwin.
Yuri got his answer here tonight. Falls count anywhere is how this will continue. I don't think it will end. I think it will continue.
I think this one, it's sad to say, will continue until one man can't continue. It's gone to a whole new personal level between Franco and Yuri. They've said things they can never take back. Any hope for a crew reunion looks slim at best, I would say.
Well, what I hope is a matchup of mutual respect. Our main event should finally be here after that interruption that has led at least to an interesting development, and it's not just some blowhard flapping his gums out here.
Well, I spoke to Yuri earlier tonight, Erwin, in my role in talent relations, and I've got to tell you, I mean, it's just something in his eye. It just, well, I mean, when I said you need to let it go, I meant it. I mean, he is absolutely obsessed with proving he is better than Franco.
Well, being one win down in their scorecard so far.
I mean, if Franco trains for 2 hours, Yuri will make a point to train for 2 hours and 1 minute. If Franco gets a raise, Yuri wants a raise. It's becoming one of those relationships. It's becoming toxic in every sense of the word between those two men.
Well, we will continue that conversation when that Falls Count Anywhere match continues, but now we have what it should be an incredible main event.
Amazing main event between two men who frankly have defied odds their entire career, and between two men who could be polar opposites, but at the same time have that ultimate respect for the business and each other. The gangster, 6'3", 299 pounds. Brooklyn, New York, from the Hit Squad, the hard-hitting brawler, former TV champion. No Tyler York here tonight, the gangster's here alone.
Another common thread between these two competitors would have to be that fight to survive, that fight to win, that fight to be the best here.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this main event at the Alexandria, live. What a mayhem it's been. And every single person in the arena, Erwin, I think it's fair to say, has been waiting for this man. The iconic Intercontinental Champion. The last cowboy. The Lone Ranger. The boss.
238 days overall in his 2 runs as an Intercontinental Champion.
Cowboy Roy, the legend of this company and this business, 6'2", 250 pounds from Dallas, Texas. Takes his own time. What a career resurgence for this guy, Erwin.
Yeah, I mean, this current run standing in at 78 days. And the question is tonight, will it be on the line at Riot against the Gangster?
Arguably in the best shape of his career, arguably on the run that reignited his career. That Intercontinental Championship seems to have that effect. It happened to GBH, it happened to Cowboy Roy. The Gangster wants to be next, but this man is nowhere near ready to give up that belt.
Always up for a fight, and that is exactly what this should be. Of course, as we know, anything can happen in N.E.W. This could be over in seconds, but if these two have their heads screwed on here tonight, this is certainly going to be a battle for the ages.
Well, a 49-pound weight difference in the Gangster's favour, and an inch in height.
Yeah, showing it straight away there.
Point of an inch in height, should I say.
Oh, big DDT to Roy.
No, an inch. Yes. There we go.
But again,
damn wrong glasses there with Gangster versus the Cowboy. It's going to be a classic, nonetheless. Oh,
belly to belly there.
The Cowboy is beating heavier men than the Gangster, I can promise you that.
Well, let's not forget he likes to take a beating first.
It's very true. Old Texas Red.
He seems powered up enough now.
Oh, Lufez Perez. Eventually you'll annoy him, and eventually he'll hit you so hard you can't stand up.
You could almost say this is a battle between country and urban.
Oh, 2 brawlers in their own right though, Erwin. 2 straight up fighters.
Very different backgrounds, as you said.
Well, yeah.
But so much in common, yet so different. Oh!
It's, yeah, I mean, the similarities and the difference is what defines both these guys as both wrestlers and men. They both have tremendous respect for each other, we know that. We're expecting a hard-hitting but fair contest here tonight. The Gangster, oh my word, Bob. Not pulling his punches, I think it's fair to say. That hard elbow to the face.
Very
And the Cowboy
against Cowboy Roy, not giving him any chance to respond here. And a very short flurry of offense before receiving another beat down here. That is not going to be enough, surely.
goes for a pin. Not even a 2.
Wasting energy from Cowboy Roy.
But it's a good tactic on the veteran. Let's be honest, Erwin.
May have backfired though. Strong kick from Cowboy Roy, but again, Gangster trying to stay that step ahead of him with the speed.
Don't get me wrong, the Cowboy is in great shape. He's a great athlete. There's a lot more years on the clock for the Cowboy Roy than there is for the Gangster. Top rope. Big suplex. Off that top rope. Superplex indeed. Beautifully delivered by the Gangster.
Has the Cowboy rocked. Samoa drop.
I think people in the audience are somewhat surprised by how much dominance the Gangster has shown in this match so far.
Well, the Gangster can steamroll an opponent given the chance. We've seen it happen before.
Well, Cowboys let them hit me first tactic may not work against a young buck like the Gangster. The Cowboy might have to find something else in his playbook, but you have to remember, folks, the more he gets hit, the angrier he gets.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to question how much this is the Gangster dominating, how much this is Cowboy Roy tasting the pain and biding his time.
Seen it so many times from the Cowboy, you can count nothing out. 2.
Got a 2 that time, but a kick out again from Cowboy Roy.
Taking longer to kick out, but a kick out nonetheless. The Gangster goes right back on the attack. Those hard elbows to Cowboy Roy. And how many times have we seen matches like this, Erwin? How many times have we seen the Cowboy seemingly down and out, but to come back stronger?
The manoeuvre the Cowboy is definitely no stranger to there, the GBH neck wrench.
Yeah, shades of his nemesis, the immortal GBH.
We haven't seen in quite some time.
No, he has not since the
defeat. The sort of the finale to that epic series of matches between the two.
the most iconic rivalries in N.E.W. history.
Oh wait, Cowboy moving out of the way quickly there, but again the Gangster just that step ahead.
There have been rumours that Cowboy Roy essentially at that point retired GBH. That has not been confirmed by any party. They are exactly what I said, they are rumours. The Gangster so far though, in this matchup, is dominating the Cowboy. My God, that could be it. Explosive power and speed. The Gangster though, with aggression and ruthlessness, goes right back on the attack to Roy, because he knows the spinebuster won't be enough, Erwin.
Yeah,
he knows Roy has something left in the tank.
100% assurance that Roy is down and out, and I think he's just thought of what's going to do that.
So after that spinebuster, after the DDT, the Cowboy still gets to his feet. Alabama slam. Could that be enough?
Can Gangster get his opportunity? Has to pull the Cowboy away from the ropes, which is precious seconds wasted.
Up us down. 1, 2, 3. Dominant display by the Gangster.
And that means he gets his Intercontinental title shot at Riot.
If Cowboy Roy does not answer the Gangster's call next time of asking, we got a new Intercontinental champion in town, because the Gangster just wiped the floor with the Icon. The Cowboy was well and truly beat here by the member of the Hit Squad who are here tonight. This is a shock to Mayhem at the Alexandria here tonight.
Yeah, could it finally be the Gangster's time to shine as Intercontinental champion?
Has his moment finally arrived? What a Mayhem and what a night. Good night.